Hey y'all, it's Doug with Redneck Frontier. I'm out here in Surrey County, out on the 66, and as you can see, we still have snow on the ground. About half this field right now is covered with snow. The other half's kind of thawed out. You can see it there behind me. Stuff that's in the sunlight's already kind of thawed out. Things behind me here that are in the shade and covered by the trees. You can see where the snow's still sitting on the ground. It's pretty awesome. Also noticed, and there are turkey tracks all over. On the last video, I kind of showed you guys the turkeys walking in the snow, but wow, look at this, y'all. It's awesome because you don't get to see all these tracks really when there's no snow on the ground. So having the snow out here, I love getting out, walking around in the snow, seeing all these tracks, kind of getting an idea of where the wildlife is moving. So I'm going to be out here today for a few hours. We're going to be working on clearing up some more of the white and red oaks, getting them all released like we talked about last time. Eliminating some of that competition around these trees so that they can grow. They're competing for things like water and nutrients and sunlight. Here's a perfect example. I'm walking up to this one right here. I've got green flagging tape on all the red and white oaks. In some cases I did use some red tape when I ran out, but you can kind of see right here, this tree, it's got some competition. Look at that holly tree beside it. Just gonna go in, I'm gonna clear that out. I'm gonna clear out some of the small little growth around it, just to open it up a little bit more. Then I'm going to come over to this one here. This is really a double red oak over here, right here. Just got a couple of small trees and things I'm going to clean up around there. I'll show you all that when I get that one done. I got 3 or 4 in this area. Good stuff. I'll be back. All right. Just like that. Got the first one done. Cleared it up, cut some of those holly trees back. Now this tree can grow. All the competition is gone. Let's go do the next one. All right, got that one cleared up. Got a lot of the vines and everything around it cleared out. I'm gonna leave those 2 trees there, kind of decide later on. That one on the left looks a little straighter. Might end up cutting that one. The one beside it, we'll see. This tree coming up reminds me of the one I did the other day. It's a beautiful tall red oak. It's got to be close to generating acorns. Look at this tree. Look at that. That tree's 25 foot tall. But you can see around it, still got all this competition there. I'm going to go in, I'm going to clear all this. Just give this tree a little bit more space to grow. Give this tree some more sunlight. And imagine all the nutrients that all these little trees are taking from that tree. So we're going to clear it up. Release this oak. Yeah, let's get on it. Look at these vines, man. That's what I'm talking about. Got 2 of them. Look at these 2. Going up the tree, all the way up to the top. And they're pulling on the tree, stressing the tree, competing for the nutrients and the water, and just giving this tree a hard time. We're going to cut them all out. We're going to clear all this out. Come spring, this tree's going to love it. This tree's going to wake back up. It's going to grow, man. Let's get after it. Oh, man. That almost ended early. I was cutting with the saw. A little stick got in the handsaw there and left it on, so when I released the trigger for the saw to shut off, the saw was still running and it jumped and hit my hand. And man, thank God I was wearing these leather gloves. It's a good idea, y'all, to have PPE when you're out here. You know, I got boots on, I got glasses, safety glasses on, I've got gloves. You know, with saws and chainsaws, I probably ought to be wearing chaps too, but this is a little hand saw. It's not a big blade or whatever, but just shows you how quick stuff can happen, man. That could have ended the day for me. I could have been on my way getting stitches or worse, but thank God I'm wearing these gloves saved my hand there. All right. Look how much better that tree looks now. Looks healthier. Pruned off some of the branches needed to go. Now this tree's got plenty of space to grow. Had to leave some of the vines up there. Just couldn't reach them. Hopefully they'll die off. All right, got some more to go. Let's get after it. All right, y'all, I'm going to go over this one more time for those of you that may have not seen the previous video on this. But I'm out here today in Surrey, and we are releasing white and red oak trees. These are small trees that kind of grew up after they thinned this property initially. Some of these trees are 8 to 10 years old, some of them a little bit older. And what I'm doing is, in releasing, you have all this competition going on around this tree right now. You have some pine trees trying to grow, you have a bunch of vines, you have all sorts of stuff just growing in this area and around this tree. And it's competing with this tree, it's holding this tree back, it's preventing this tree from getting full nutrients, it's blocking out sunlight and things like that. So when you come in and you release trees, you just clear around them 4 or 5 foot. You cut down all the trees, all the vines, everything that's going to be blocking the sunlight and competing with this tree. And it allows the tree to grow. It allows it to get more nutrition, get more sunlight. And come spring, when everything starts to wake back up, this tree is going to have a whole new world for it. It's going to have new sun, everything. And it's going to make this tree grow big, tall, and strong. And eventually it's going to start providing us some acorns for the wildlife. So I'm going to get after it. All right, there you go. Boom. Done. Cleared. All that competition's gone. It's crazy. Those vines went all the way to the top. This tree's not as tall, so I was able to pull most of them. But they're really wrapped around this tree. Strangling this tree, man. But look at that. It looks so much better. I can't wait to come back here in the spring and show y'all what this has done for these trees. I'm going to go over here, get on this one. A little cooler over here in the shade. But you can see this one doesn't have as much, but still, it's going to take me about 2 or 3 minutes just to clear this up and move on to the next one. And then I've just helped this tree out. There we go. All right, so I don't know the actual name of this tree. All I know it as is Devil's Walking Stick. And man, you coming through the woods at night, you might slip or you touch one of these trees without a glove on. It will wear you out, man. Look at this. I'm gonna get in close so you can see. Let's see. Look at that. This thing is covered with barbs. Look at that. Man, you touch that. Whoo! That hurts. I've done it plenty of times. Yeah, if someone knows the actual name of that, I'd love to hear it, but all I know it is the Devil's Walking Stick. So I try to cut them down when I see them, but sometimes there's just too many of them around. They grow fast too. I'm gonna knock out a couple of these real quick. All right. I left one battery back in a pile over here across the field, so I gotta run back and get it. I just ran out of my first battery today. One good thing about these electric tools, they force you to take a break. I get out here, go nonstop, get sweating, get hot. At least with these cordless drills and cordless saws and all, battery runs out. Got to run back, take a quick break, get yourself a chance to hydrate. Still beautiful out here. Yeah, again, you can see behind me, not a cloud in the sky. It's beautiful out here. I know I say that a lot. Y'all are probably gonna get sick of hearing me saying that because I can't help it. I just love it. Man, it's amazing. Look at the sky. That's blue. Come out here at night, There's no light pollution out here. You can see all the stars. Last night I was looking at the moon and I was like, man, what is that right there below the moon? So I pulled out a little app that I have. It has all the stars mapped out on it. And it was Mars, just below the moon. It was so cool looking. But you can't see that stuff in the big cities and get close to populations. But you get out here in the middle of nowhere, man. I'm gonna have to come out here at night and show y'all. Yeah, we'll have to do some night video. All right, I'm gonna take a quick drink, change the battery out on my saw here, and get a little hydration, and we'll get back after it. I'll go ahead and point this out to you now. I don't know if some of y'all already picked up on this, but the other day, I let my son Kyle have a ball out here in the snow. He was out here doing donuts in the field, just carrying on. But you got to make it fun for him. You know, you get out here with your kids and your friends, and it can't be all work. You got to have some time to kick back and relax and laugh, and you know, it ain't hurt nothing. Deer season's over. We got 9 months till we're gonna be worrying about scaring deer. But yeah, it actually helped the wildlife because everywhere it kicked up all the dirt, made the snow melt faster. But yeah, get out there and have a good time. Kyle will be out here soon. Kyle's my older son. He's a junior at Virginia Tech, and he's majoring in forestry. So he's helping me identify trees and helping me do all sorts of stuff out here. Which makes this kind of special time because, you know, he's heading back to his spring semester this weekend. Won't see him for a couple months, but, you know, we'll be out here, and he and I get to spend some time out here and play around in the snow and the trees and all, and just have a good old time. But I'll get him on camera here in a minute. He had to run up to the store, get some supplies. So we'll be back, y'all. Okay, I'm gonna show you all this again. This is a white oak that is completely getting strangled by all these vines. Look at them. I got this one in my hand. Look at how big around that vine is. This vine goes all the way up to the top of the tree. That thing is pulling on this tree. Look at that. I'm trying to pull it out. The whole tree's bending over. But what do you think that's doing to the tree? Right? Putting all that strain on it constantly every day. I've seen it pull these trees right on over. I've seen it kill them. So I'm going to clean this one up. This is a really nice white oak right back on the edge of this field. And it's right near that deer stand. So I'm going to go ahead and clean this one up a little bit. Got to get all these vines out of here, man. It's unbelievable. All right, I'll show you when I'm done. All right, there you go. Look how much better that looks, y'all. Now this tree can grow. It's a beautiful white oak. Just had too much competition around it. Just clear it out. There we go. Boom. Gonna move over to the next spot now, but I was sitting here making the last little segment of that video, and I was just listening. And the birds that have come into this property since we thinned it and we created these fields, and there's just so much diversity in wildlife that have moved in since we thinned this. And we finished thinning July and August. We created all these fields right before deer season started, so we were done all this by end of September. And it was amazing, all of the songbirds, and I've got cardinals in here now. We got a family of bald eagles. Maybe we'll get them on camera at some point. Obviously the turkeys. Got turkeys everywhere out here, but I just love seeing all the birds and all the animals moving in and just thriving in this environment from what we've created. It's awesome. You just kind of look around. You got nesting area everywhere, and birds are loving it. We've got groundhogs in here now. We've got rabbits everywhere. But it's amazing how quick the wildlife moves in. It's amazing. All right. All right. And here comes the cavalry. I mentioned my son Kyle earlier. He ran up to the store. Can't wait to show y'all what we got.
I'm gonna set all this stuff down over there.
Set it right there. Yeah, probably right there.
All right.
Free and clear. All right. Kyle.
What's up?
What's up? Let's show them what we got, buddy.
271 steel chainsaw, brand new.
Brand new, y'all. Look at that. Woo! Look at that blade. Stepping up from the old electric chainsaw that I was using. What is this? 20-inch bar?
Yeah, I think 20.
Like 20-inch bar. I'm gonna show y'all why we need it right now. So this is a little bit out of my league with those little saws, but you can see this white oak is in between these two pines right here. Yeah, right here in the center here. And if you look, that's a really tall white oak. We're gonna get in there. We're gonna cut those two pine trees back. We're gonna free up this tree, get rid of all the competition. And man, this tree's got to be close to starting to drop acorns as well. It's sitting here right next to this water source, so man, it's a perfect storm for this tree. This is gonna be awesome. So we're gonna let Kyle get all his safety gear on, and then we're gonna cut those two trees down. We'll see how it goes. Trial by fire. Here we go. All right, Kyle's setting up with all his safety gear. He's rocking the orange chaps. Yep. And he's putting on the hard hat. I want to make sure we're safe when we're doing this. Again, we're going to be releasing this white oak. It's competing with these two pine trees. So we're going to go in, cut the two pine trees down. I've already gone around and opened up all around both of the trees so Kyle can get in there with the saw pretty easy. We're going to start with the left one and see how that goes. And then we'll come back and do the second one. Let's get her done.
See what I'm saying? This way.
All right. Here we go. There it goes. Watch out. Watch out. There it goes. Woo! All right, here we go. We got the first one down. We're gonna finish cleaning it up a little bit. Sorry about the volume, y'all. Boy, that chainsaw cuts a lot faster than mine did. It's awesome. Yeah. Perfect. Awesome. All right, well, everything takes longer when you're back on the 66. So we cut one of the pine trees down. The second one got a little hung up on us. So we had to kind of figure out how to follow the tree safely, and we did. So we got her down, and I put some of the pieces from the first tree under it so we can cut it real easy with the chainsaw. But we got the tree down, and I want to show you the difference now that those two trees are down. If you can see, not with that sun, you can see here, there's the oak. There's the stump of the second tree. It's a little taller than we wanted. There was a knot in the tree that caused us some problems, so we ended up cutting it a little higher, and this is where we ended up getting hung up. But if you kind of look up now, that canopy is wide open for that white oak. It's going to be amazing to watch this one grow in the spring now that that tree and all the other competition are gone. So we're going to clean this tree up, and then we're going to move to a couple other ones. My son Kyle has a buddy of his, Evan, coming over to cut down a couple trees with us. He's another student over there at Virginia Tech. So these guys are all getting ready to go back for their spring semester. Nothing like coming out and cutting down a big pine tree before you go back to school. All right, let's get her done. All right, so I'm out here. You can see I've got some green flagging tape on this tree. Didn't really notice it, but I think this is a magnolia tree. That's pretty awesome if it is. I'll have to look it up. I don't know what y'all think. If somebody IDs this for me, that'd be great. Otherwise, I'll look it up. I think it's a magnolia. There's probably 6 or 8 of these around the property, which would be awesome just to have some random magnolias. So I think I'm gonna wait on this tree. I'm not even gonna mess with anything over here. I'm just gonna wait and kind of think about this one and come back. Awesome. You can hear Kyle and his buddy Evan going to town on some of these other big pine trees. Those two boys out here helping me out. This is great. Just moving back through here. This is an area we had thinned as well. I got a tree I need to free up right there. Right, and then over here, you see behind me, that's a nice, beautifully thinned piece. Still got some snow back here in the shade. Just gonna come in here and open this up some more, and yeah, there's another one. See, that's why I put that flagging tape on it. I don't know if you can see it right there, but I tried to put big streamers of that flagging tape so it's easy to see when you're out here working and walking and different sun shining on things, and just pick it up. So I got, let's see, at least 2, maybe 3 trees right in this area. I'm gonna knock this out real quick and keep on rolling. You see the sun setting through the trees. I love it, watching the sun come down on the horizon and the way it shines through the trees. And It's awesome, man. All right, let me get after this tree. Sometimes when you're out here, you got to come up with all sorts of creative ways to make things work. So you can see this tree right here with a flag on it. I just cut a bunch of hollies and the cedars, and the only thing that was holding that tree was some vines, so it kind of fell over. So I propped this tree up with it, and I'm going to come back and put a stake in it later on, but at least I got all that stuff that's competing with it out of the way. Now if we can put a post on there, we'll probably be good to go. But you can just see, man, that's gonna, if this tree makes it, it's gonna have all sorts of sunlight in the spring. It's gonna be awesome. All right, let me get after this tree right here. Same thing, I'm gonna come in here, I'm gonna go in and release all that stuff around that oak tree. All right, here we go. Tell you what, man, good pair of boots goes a long way when you're out here doing this stuff, especially in the mud and the snow. I got these at one of the outdoor stores in town. I think they're Danners. Never bought Danner boots before, but I tell you what, these are pretty awesome. I'm not sponsored by them, but I can give them props for making a nice sturdy boot, keeping my feet warm all day. These boots are great. Hopefully I'm not making you guys sick with my camera angles. All right, I'm gonna release this tree right here and get all this stuff out of the way. Here we go. All right, y'all, this one right here, I don't know. You can see when they were logging a couple of trees here falling over on it. I flagged it when there were leaves on it. I think I can get in there and clear this out, but I think I'm gonna wait and do this another day. It's getting late in the day, I'm getting tired, and I'll be fighting with that for a while, so I might come back when I'm fresh and clear this one out. Yeah, we'll put that one on the to do next time list, but we can definitely get in there and get that cleared out. All right, well, we're finishing up for the day. We got about 8 or 10 really big pine trees cut down and open those up for the oaks. I had a couple red and white oaks that were really close to some big, large pine trees. So I wanted to get those pine trees cut down and cut out so that those trees can really grow. You want to talk about getting rid of some competition, you cut down an 80-foot pine tree. It's pretty awesome. We left one of them laying in the field back here. We're going to come back and get that another day. As you can see, sun setting in Surrey County. I got my Virginia Tech boys out here helping me, Evan and Kyle, and we had a good old time today. It was a great day. We'll see y'all.